One of the things that I've found interesting being part of CASE is hearing about all the challenges that obviously schools are experiencing now and teachers are experiencing now, but also those trainee teachers and how that's having an effect on trainee teachers in sustaining their training and sustaining in that career path and things as well.
Because that's part of the barrier as well with schools, that once you're getting inside and getting to talk to them is a massive difficulty.
And I feel as well, it's kind of like, even though we're all very passionate about what we do and we're all very, very knowledgeable in our own fields, I think for me personally that the fellowship has been a massive confidence boost, that maybe before this I didn't feel confident enough to be able to go and to meet with a head teacher and to be able to discuss what they're delivering in regards to arts and culture within their school, and how either as an individual or organisation how we can work with them or to assist that or to facilitate that. But now I do feel a lot more confident, and from the CASE Fellowship I have started to create those networks and those links with different academy trusts and things as well, where we can kind of start to implement those changes and to really work together to initiate a bit of positive change and things as well.
Exactly, because I think as well it's about having that overview. Then that's very much what the fellowship has given us, that overview of all the different types of schools that you might encounter, because in my role we work with very specific partner schools, and actually that gives us a chance to really get to know them very in depth, but they're only 2 schools out of hundreds and hundreds in the region, and actually every school is going to work slightly differently, and to have a sort of a much more of an overview of the world that they're in, that it's not just their style or their sort of these are the challenges of that school. To have an overview of everything that's happening around them is really, really key, because it definitely makes you realise why they're doing things in certain ways, and helps you then actually say, well, there's the reason for that, and actually this is what we can do to make that relationship better, because we know now that that's the pressure they're under.
And I think even now, like more than ever, that obviously cultural education is so important, but also that cultural element within the community and drive and having that provision there, that exit route, that if it's maybe an area that schools aren't able to provide, it's those exit routes and that wider activity that organisations such as ours can provide, that really enhances what schools are already doing. It's so important, even more so now.
You feel like then you can say, right, okay, well that's what they're doing, that's why they're doing it, but what can we do outside of that? And it's having that much wider overview so that you can think, okay, I'm in there now, but I also need to be looking out past them. So it's actually, that's really helpful to sort of think about that on a much bigger scale.
Seeing the bigger picture as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that's something that having the time to explore education as part of the fellowship has definitely provided.